And as a director, how is this project different than anything you've ever worked on?
I've never worked on something that's been quite so covered before, a story, and I think it felt even more important to kind of grapple with the purpose and the why for doing it. I'd never done anything with archive before. Always done filming, interviews, often sit down, more conventional filmmaking. But there was just something about being in the archive and in the 90s that we really wanted to, as I say, give people the experience we'd had from doing the research. And I don't know, I feel personally with true crime, like there are so many conventions, aren't there, and so many tropes, like the kind of sit down interview, like we're doing here, or the dramatic recon, and I just wanted this to feel very different and for the voices um, to complement the footage and allow people to really, I think audiences are intelligent, and I think we all bring our own experience things. So I didn't want our hands as filmmakers to be pulling people out of moments. Um, and I knew from my last film that I'd made that when you record interviews with people just with audio, it's a very different interview that you get. And that's what we did. We filmed, I was really clear that I didn't want to film or interview people who'd spoken loads about this case, because you could tell when people have talked in many documentaries, they kind of have the lines and they're very good at talking. And I wanted them to feel conversational, to feel confessional and intimate, and for them to play under the footage. So in the interviews, I often got people to watch like quite long, unedited, raw bits of footage. And lots of the lines that you can hear in the film, like the beginning that you've referenced, is actually just the police captain responding in the moment to watching footage of her. I wanted it to feel different, given that the story's been told so much. I just wanted our approach to feel very fresh.
It did feel like, because you used the audio only instead of sit down interviews, that you were almost, as a viewer, listening in on a conversation. It felt like they were probably revealing more than they would be if they were aware, maybe more of the camera. And I am curious, because this story has been told a lot. Did you watch that, or did you watch those documentaries? Did you listen to those podcasts? Or did you say, I know this story, I have my footage, and I'm kind of putting my blinders on?
I think at the beginning I watched everything. I think I watched 30 documentaries about Eileen. I read 4 books. There's a titan of British documentary filmmaking, Nick Broomfield. It was like a lot as someone who looked up to him a lot to make films that he'd made in that territory. But you do have to park that at a certain point and go, okay, I know in my head what's been made, and now I'm going to concentrate on the film that is revealing itself to us. And that's what the Jasmine for not only did we get the Jasmine interview, but we also got this. She gave us very kindly all of the letters that she and Eileen had written, um, and also loads of her own footage. And so we were really like, there were lots of clues. Those were the clues on the way to how to make the film. Was this story has been told loads, but never in such a personal way. Jasmine really brought herself to the story in terms of going over again to watch Eileen's execution, and it felt like this was a real personal telling of the story. And so, yeah, the writings were kind of on the wall about how to make it differently.
And Aileen, Queen of the Serial Killers, is out now on Netflix. Emily Turner, thank you so much for joining me. You're welcome back anytime.
Thanks. Thank you for having me.